Right, Jen messed up. I've already done this video, and then I realised that I was going to use the mic and it wasn't working, so it just recorded without any sound. Damn you, technology, you are my best friend. Anyway, welcome back, beautiful gods and goddesses of your reality. And it went really well as well, that video. Let's see if I can parrot it out and do it justice again. I've already done a video today, and hence why I've got this bright red lipstick on, because I was making a point, and I've got my bikini on, but I'm sunbathing in the garden. This is why I am where I am, right? But I am changing this video because I am not going to make any points or go negative about this one. That the other video is done and dusted, and there we go, we're moving on. And this time I want to talk about revision and the story that we either inflict on ourselves to create positivity within our life, or we create this story that holds us back from living our best life. And this is namely stories from the past. So we've got to understand that the subconscious, right, always works on past history, always works from the experiences that it perceives as we have experienced from the past, which creates our future. You know, this is the way it fundamentally works. Now, I want to say to you at this point though, the subconscious, it doesn't know whether it's the truth or a lie. It's the assumption of what you tell it. So what I mean by that is that the subconscious mind doesn't say, oh, right, we're going to put that in the bracket of that was a bad scenario. It only classifies that as something bad if you repetitively tell it that it's bad. Welcome back, gods and goddesses of your reality. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So today is going to be a full video because it's not a particularly long one. It's all about revision, and I hope you get some benefit from it. And in essence, I just wanted to add, I know it sounds a little bit strange, but kind of look at it like a time machine where we do have the ability to go back in time and erase these memories that we just don't want, that have been holding us back and keeping us in lack. So yeah, it's a great tool when manifesting your desires. But anyway, I'm going to tell you about my services. I'm a manifestation coach, a life coach, a nutritionist and supplementation advisor, and also an EFT practitioner. You can find me on most social network platforms, so please reach out. I'm on hand. I hope you have the best day, and I will see you in the next one. There's no circumstances other than, and there's no feeling other than the feeling that we associate with a certain experience, if that makes sense. So we tell our subconscious whether something is good or something is bad. Now, what also we do is we kind of invent whether it's good or bad, because we seem to need to put things into a bracket, right? So even when something wasn't bad, if we tell our brain that it was bad, it will follow on suit. It doesn't say yes or no. It follows on what you tell it, right? And so we can fabricate our history to either make it positive or make it negative. So, and because I understand this, because I'm rewiring my brain, this is where I know I can help you to understand we have this choice from stories from the past. So, revision. Now, revising when it comes to manifestation, it's a really good tool, and the reason why is because we can change these memories from the past to give it a positive association, a positive memory. So something that we can take from our past history that we thought was something negative. Say, for example, I'll just give you an example. We failed a test at school, and majority of people would put that as a negative. So we put that in our brain as a negative. Now, if you keep saying, I failed, negative, negative, you are changing your destiny to go to have that association, to bringing about lack further in the future. Does that make sense? So in essence, if we change the association with that negativity, giving it a positive, so again, say for example, we failed the test, but then it led me on to finding my, what I was here to do on this planet. From failing that test in maths, it then highlighted to me that I should always have been an artist anyway, a painter. And what about if I'd have passed that maths test? I may have gone down that route. Does that make sense? So what we can do with revision is change this. And all it is using these tools and techniques that I'll give you, like hypnosis or any of the tools and techniques that I've taught, scripting, EFT, all of it, affirmations, all of it, we can change the association from a negative to a positive from past events. And hence, what that does, then that has a knock-on effect with changing the way that we see our future. If you change the past, you change the future. It's a bit like going back in a time machine to a certain degree. That's how we can look at it. Now, do I use revision? I don't. And I'll tell you why. Because this is a personal choice of mine. Because I do revise in the moment, and this is another thing that I want to tell you about. I revise in the moment. So say for example, I've been triggered in a certain part of my life, whatever part, I'm triggered. And because of my past history, that has brought up a negative association with that I've already experienced. I then would naturally be inclined to put that in the box of that's negative, right? But what I do now is, because I realise that I have a choice to either put it as negative or positive, I revise and I put that as a positive within that moment. Sorry, let me just, my leg's getting dead again. Oh, sorry about that. Pins and needles. It's alright, it's going back now. So that's how I use revision. But, however, I don't revise from the past, and my reason is because I want to keep those memories intact, because I've genuinely changed my viewpoint from my past history, meaning that now I frame everything that I went through as overcoming, right? So everything brought me to the point of where I am today. So I suppose in effect I have used revision, but I've used it as more as a general rule to say, but Jen, everything that you went through in your past has brought you to these moments. So be proud of that. Use those memories as coming from a successful point of view where you overcome adversity. And so that's the way I'm choosing to look at all of my past, whether I put things rightly or wrongly, because I only went by my own assumptions, and because of our history, we frame things so differently as people in our brain. So I'm just lumping it all as whether I was right or wrong in those circumstances. It's all brought me to where I am today. But everybody is an individual, and this is the thing. If you came to me as a client and we talked about revision, and it was something that you felt would be of benefit, or we collectively thought it would be of benefit, we would utilise it, And this is, I haven't spoke about revision, and I can do many videos on revision and how it can be utilised, but I wanted to give you a brief outline of how it works. So changing the viewpoint from the past to changing the viewpoint from the present will always change your future outcome. And this, in essence, is what manifestation is. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I will probably edit and just put in my services. I mean, I could say it now, but I'll just leave it like that today. And my intention is that you understand this and get some benefit from it. And you can reach out to me on any social network platform. And my email is nutritiouslives@gmail.com. So I will see you